Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Moe Money with you on the Moe Money Sports Network, the sports network for the sports fan, and we will kick things off with the reason for the thumbnail. The Lakers were in Milwaukee, and it ended up being 109-102 Bucks. Your key performers were Taylor Horton Tucker with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists, as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had 47 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Just an incredible night for Giannis. The Pacers were in Detroit to take on the Pistons. The Pistons win 97-89. Your key performers were Brogdon for Indiana, who had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And for the Pistons, you had Cunningham, who had 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And then we go to Washington, losing to the Hornets in Charlotte, 97-87, with Bradley Beal having 24 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Whereas Lonzo's in Chicago. LaMelo Ball had 11 points, 14 assists, and 6 boards. Solid game for the young man. The Boston Celtics were in Atlanta to take on the Hawks, and the Hawks win 110-99. Again, another reason those picks aren't meant to be taken seriously in the morning. Your key performers are Jason Tatum, 34 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists. And then Collins had 20 points, 11 boards, and 2 steals. And then we go to New York as the Knicks take on the Magic, and the Magic win 104-98. Anthony had 15 points and 10 boards with 7 assists for Orlando. And Barrett had 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Knicks. Cleveland Cavaliers were in Brooklyn to take on the Nets, as the Nets win at home 109-99. Garland was the key performer for the Cavaliers, 24 points, 6 assists, and 5 boards. And for Brooklyn, it was James Harden, who had 27 points, 10 boards, and 7 assists. New Orleans was in Miami to take on the Heat, as the Heat won 113-98. Jimmy Buckets, aka Jimmy Butler, 31 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds, triple-double. And then we had Hart, who had 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists in a losing effort for the Pelicans. And then we had Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, 101-89, get a win. Eric Gordon had 15 points, 5 assists, and 5 boards for Houston. And then Dort had 34 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists in the win for the Thunder. Sacramento was in Minnesota as the Timberwolves beat the Kings 107-97. De'Aaron Fox had 28 points, 5 assists, 1 board, and Patrick Beverley had 14 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks lose to the Phoenix Suns 105-98, as Kristaps Porzingis had 21 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and DeAndre Ayton for the Suns had 19 points, 13 boards, and 2 assists. And in your final NBA game of the evening, it's the Chicago Bulls 107, the Portland Trailblazers 112 as they get the home victory. And Alex Caruso for the Bulls had 12 points, 9 assists, and 10 boards. 1 assist shy of a triple-double there for Caruso. And then Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar, had 22 points, 10 assists, and 4 boards in the win for the Trailblazers. If you're enjoying the content, drop a like on the video to help promote it. Subscribe to the channel to join the family. We'd love to have you. And now we go to the NHL, where the Colorado Avalanche were in Vancouver to take on the Vancouver Canucks. The Avalanche improved to 7-5-1, fifth in the Central Division, after a 4-2 win over the 5-10-2 Canucks, who are seventh in the Pacific. Darcy Kemper's your winning goaltender. He goes to 7-4-0 with 32 saves and a .941 save percentage. And Thatcher Demko goes to 5-7-1 with 26 saves and an .897 save percentage. Your scoring summary looks like this. Mikko Ranta scores on the power play at 7-17, his fifth of the season from Makar and Kadri. And then you got in the second period, Connor Garland tying it for the Canucks at 8:52, assisted by Dickinson and Pullman. And then in the third period, and this is where it gets kind of weird, Tucker Pullman gets his first of the year with 1:30 into the third from Tyler Mott and Lamico. And then Kadri with his fifth of the season at 2:19 on the power play, assisted by Rantanen and Landeskog. And then Makar at 3:12 on the power play, assisted by Taves and Kadri. And then Landeskog again with his sixth of the season, 1949, empty net, assisted by Rantanen. Rantanen had himself a hockey game. And that was how it ended up 4-2. Our next game takes place in Seattle, home of the Kraken, where the Blackhawks doubled them up 4-2 to improve to 4-9-2, seventh in the Central, where the Kraken fell to 4-10-1, last in the Pacific. Your starting goaltenders were Marc-Andre Fleury, improving to 4-7-0, 31 saves with an .939 save percentage, and Philip Grubauer drops another one for 8-1. He had 15 saves with an .833 save percentage. And your scoring summary looks like this. Seth Jones at 15:03 of the first, assisted by DeBrincat and Kane. And then in the second, DeBrincat at 2:01 from Kirby Dach. And then in the third period, we had Patrick Kane assisted by Connor Murphy and Kurashev. And then Seattle would battle back as Jared McCann got his sixth of the year on the power play at 14:15, which was assisted by Schwartz and Geeky. And then Yanni Gourde with his fourth of the season, assisted by Dunn and Eberle. And then Jake McCabe puts it into the empty net at 19:34. It's 4-2. And don't forget, we have the live stream coming up on Saturday night between the Oilers and the Blackhawks at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our final game of the evening pits the Washington Capitals 9-2-5, second in the Metropolis, against the Los Angeles Kings 8-5-2, fourth in the Pacific. The Capitals win this one 2-0. Eli Samsonov had 34 saves. Sorry, my apologies. In the shutout, he improves to 4-0-1, whereas Jonathan Quick goes to 4-3-1, as he faced 37 shots, made 36 saves, had a .973 save percentage. But when the other guy doesn't give up anything, you're gonna lose. Hathaway assisted by Kuznetsov and Carlson. All the scoring, by the way, took place in the third period, and that was at 16:30 from Kuznetsov and Carlson, like I said. And then Hathaway got his second of the game, his fifth of the season, into the empty net, assisted by Carlson. You're all caught up on tonight's action. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And until next time, may your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. I'm Moe Money. Mamba out.